Welcome to Jones and Prezzo's podcast. My name is Jones Ofwasia, and we're delighted that you're here with us today. With me today is some very extraordinary people, really talented people. We're especially delighted that we have Abbas Kubaf with us today, just a real legend who needs no introduction, but you get to find out more about where he's been and what he's been up to. He's going to be discussing with us the whole business of making a difference through his arts and music and cultural expression. So please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for me. Thank you. Appreciate that. Abbas.
Yes.
It's really good to have you here. Welcome to Jones and Prezzo's podcast.
Thanks for having me here. Someone called Prezzo?
Call Prezzo and let him know that Abbas is in the house.
Yes. MIA, but he'll be back soon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You're
welcome.
Absolutely. It's really good to have you. And maybe it would be a good idea to begin with you introducing yourself. Once again, you don't really need an introduction, but for younger people who may not have known much about you, please tell them who is Abbas and what's Abbas all about. What do you represent? Where have you been? You've been gone a while now, too.
Yes, I've just been here and there, just living up, taking care of family and myself too.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who don't know me, Mindiuli anaitwa Abbas Kubaf, aka Doobies, from K South. Nairobi, you've had that, the songs go all the way back. So just to familiarize with you, Abbas represents a lot of things, represents culture, change, transformation from into higher levels, the youth, the streets, the culture, Nairobi, Matatu culture, everything in general. So I speak about that. I speak about where I come from, tell people where I came from. I don't just give people problems like I'm from the ghetto and all this. I tell them where I come from and how progressive I've been, and I show them how to do that. So we have problems and solutions in the whole brand. So that's what I represent.
Absolutely.
And there's more to that. I'm an artist, and we're going to get intricate into that. So that's just on a surface level for those who don't know. And stay with us, and you'll get to know more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool,
Thank
cool,
you,
cool.
Abbas. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, and so if you don't already know, my name is Jane Opondo. I am a journalist, broadcast journalist, fashion designer, singer, and an overall creative. So just happy to be a part of Jones and Prezzo's podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Welcome.
And most definitely none other but Steve-O, representing Prezzo today. Of course, we've been trying to call Prez, as Abbas was saying, but again, Prez, if you're looking at this camera right here or you're watching me, man, pick up my calls. Where?
You know what we should call him today?
Yeah.
Stizo.
So, a mixture of Steve and Prezzo. That's right. There you go.
Of course,
Stizo.
and again,
Stizo.
Stizo,
right
of
there.
course,
Nice to meet you, Stizo.
baptism by
right.
fire, man.
That's right. That's a good one.
Yeah, of course, we're here, music executive and CEO Compact Records, but today we're here repping for Jofuasia Media. Yo, bro, Kubaf, one and only, man.
Yes.
Welcome to the building. We should have the fire brigade out here, man. The house is on fire, Of course, man. So me and Abbas really, we come from far, but musically connected.
Absolutely.
And of course, I've been a diehard of Kenyan hip hop. And back in the day, I could actually even sing, word to word of their songs that they could do with K South. This was Abbas, of course, KC, Bamboo,
Yes.
And they had it going on.
Right.
Then later on, I think Kalamashaka came in and also gave us another new vibe of the music, East African music. So it explains why I'm actually interested in so much Kenyan music, East African music, African music.
Right.
So looking at Abbas, personally, it's quite an experience. It's quite an honor, bro. A huge fan here. But still, I said, yo, if Abbas is in town, then he should be the first person to grace our media. So, bro, feel at home.
Yes.
And I know he's a straight shot.
Yes.
He don't duck them back, the punches. But
Yes.
today's gonna be fire. So
Absolutely.
we're here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is good to have you come. I wasn't sure you were going to make it until he came and told me I was trying to fix lunch.
Yeah.
He says, I think Abbas can make it. Thank you. It was short notice, but you're a real hero. Thank you.
I tried to fix my schedule because, I know him. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be here, and I came to see people and talk to guys.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Tell them about the show and everything. and catch up with
Absolutely.
people. I came to the door, I'm like, I know you.
Yeah. We hung out a couple of times thanks to Kelma behind
That's
the camera.
awesome.
Shout out to Kelma.
That's right.
So love.
That's awesome. So in our world today, oftentimes people fixate on STEM, which is, as you know, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And in this kind of world, sometimes the artists, the creatives are left out in the cold. And particularly in the school system in the US, sometimes there's this debate. What then is the utility of art? And why do we need artists? And I will respond to that, and I will say that the world needs the artists today more than ever before.
Yeah.
Because a world without art and the artist is like a body without heart and soul. And so we need the artist. And that's why we need you. We need you here to talk about these kinds of issues, right? And this isn't just my own conclusions, right? So philosophers long before me, the likes of Plato and Nietzsche, talked about it. Here are some quotes, and I'll get your take on it, Abbas. I'll read you a couple of quotes here. The first one says that music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, and flight to the imagination, and life to everything. And this is by the great philosopher Plato. What do you think about that, Abbas?
I think that's a very deep line. I saw that, I looked at it again, I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Pretty profound.
Yeah, it has so many elements in it.
Yeah.
And as an artist,
Yes.
if you look at it, you see we are the cosmos. We came from there, and we reflect the stars, and we came from, we are creatives. We create something out of nothing. So that is something very deep. It goes in so many books. I don't want to preach or anything, but
Go ahead and preach. Preach it, brother.
You should know, Jones used to be a minister, so he's all about that.
Preach it.
Yeah.
But to me, music is really sacred.
Yes.
Some people might not like when I say I'm not really an industry rapper. I'm actually music myself. I'm a vibration. I don't have a timeline. I don't look at boundaries, or I have to do this by this. I don't have any limits. I don't have any timeline. For me, time doesn't exist.
Wow.
When it comes to music, it's just an illusion, and then you see, time pass by, you see people going by. It's just memory. So when you start from there and you understand the knowledge of self and what placed you there, and that you are a vibration,
Absolutely.
and the importance of vibrations and frequency,
Right. Absolutely.
then you understand the science of music
Yes.
to a point where you don't really talk money.
Right. Absolutely.
It's deeper than that. It becomes it's something to it's medicine for
The soul.
humanity. I listen to soul. Actually, before I go to perform, I never listen to hip hop.
Oh.
I do hip hop when I'm on stage.
Yeah.
But it's inspired by soul.
Wow.
So I raise my energy, and I pray to God before I I don't know, do weird stuff with music. I don't manipulate because it can get crazy.
Yes.
But I understand everything, every element in music, and
Right.
I take it seriously. I don't. There's some music I don't listen to. I won't let my daughter listen to because it bring bad vibes, and
Absolutely.
I understand that. So, as an artist, I only see being creative in music. Every time I make a punchline, that's why when I'm working, I'm always creative. I'm like, oh, you know, I enjoy it. I live it.
Yeah, and actually, I remember, just to jump into this. There's a song that you did with I think Gabu Christoph, Ulopa. All these are industry artists that have
Yeah.
really held up the game of hip hop in the Kenyan market.
Right.
So there is this line that I really love telling people. Like he put it in Swahili and said, "Uyo, I don't know, uyo mjinga usibishane naye hata angekuwa mlango." Something like that. Like that fool, don't argue with that fool. Even if he was a door, don't knock on it. I don't know. I kind of felt like you were picking up on Octoppizzo. What was that all about, really?
You know, that's creativity. Like, I always leave it there for you to be as creative as your mind can stretch it.
Right.
Yeah. So I let it for the people. It's just I like that. I like poking people in the head. I like
Yes.
to make you think,
Yes.
but then at the same time make it funny. So you know,
No, it's good. It's
Give
a
it some
good line,
humor.
really. It's a good line. At times, I'll even tell my guys, like, yo, you know, the level of foolery you're trying to portray out here, man, even if you were a door, I couldn't knock on you. So guys are like, what's this guy talking about? But little do they know that it's all
It's a line
doobies,
from-
you know.
yeah,
So really.
and then you see,
Yeah.
it has entendres. Now that you've interpreted it in English,
Yes.
there's now the entendre of Swahili. So that has entendres.
Right.
So it depends on where you're standing and what you're looking at and what you see. If you
Yes.
stand from that side, you'll see a different perspective.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I try to construct my bars with entendres where you have not just 3D but 4 and 5. I'm going to 6 now.
Yes.
Hey.
That's incredible.
Wow. That's
up.
what. That's some
When
dope-
5G, I
Yeah.
go to 5G.
Elevation.
When you go to 6,
Yeah.
I go to 6. So you know,
So like you
I update myself. with the
kind
universe.
of fell off the radar in terms of music. I mean, you just disappeared once you left the country. Like, what have you been up to? Are you still doing music?
I was
What's going on?
uninspired.
Yeah, uninspired.
Yeah, I was uninspired.
Okay.
Like, the world is full of the music they play. Let's just be honest. They talk about drugs and doing all kinds of stuff to your family. I'm not. It's not sitting right with me.
Right.
So I took a sit. I'm like, no, I need to do something about this. Like, get out of all that. I don't want to fall in the same circle of people rapping about the same thing. I don't want to tell you that I'm whipping drugs and I don't. I've
Yeah.
never had it. You know,
Yeah.
I never will. I'm not intending to. We go back to this here. We say, talk about music and the words you put out. You keep on rapping about that. Oh, my police, da 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 da. They show at your door.
Right.
You don't realize that you actually
Attracted
you called
it.
it. You called it
Yeah.
out. Don't do bad things and then go blame God.
Yes.
Oh, what did God do this? It's your words, which your word is bond. So
Right.
whatever you say binds you to your reality. You let it manifest. You know. People should understand that. I try to explain to people, then they say, but but why are you stubborn? You don't want to know the truth. You know,
Exactly.
it's simple. Like just get that to your head, and then you get to know. And then people are talking about why the industries. Oh, what happened to the industry and all this that, and it's because they're just letting the negative stuff out. Why are the people promoting that? I'm really against
Right.
that. It's part of the reason why I step back. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to rebrand myself and get out of the industry. I don't want to be part of it. I'm going to become just me, my rules, and everything that I want to do. And you know, so this that quote right there is really deep. It's gone into all those
It is.
pockets.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely,
it really means a lot. And it gets even more better and deeper and more intricate, but just that's on the surface level.
Yeah. No, I like the point you made about this whole business of monetizing art. So that you identify an artist and you kind of groom them. Sometimes they're not really that good, but you just kind of polish them and serve them up to the public and then milk them for whatever they're worth in terms of money. But the real artist is what you're talking about. The heart of the artist is like, I don't care about that. I don't care about all that garbage. I want to do art because that's who you are. It reminds me of Dave Chappelle, some American stand-up comedian, who fled to South Africa with $50 million on the table. He left $50 million on the table and ran away. And the news was he's crazy. But Dave Chappelle was no crazy. He said it's all the strings attached to that 50 million that drove him away. So that's what I was hearing and thinking about as you were verbalizing your own experience.
With music, I wanted to like reinvent what another version of me that because what's wrong with music is it's not the music is wrong, it's what comes with it.
Yes.
Okay.
It brings a lot. It opens other doors you don't intend.
Good, bad.
People do
and
things.
otherwise.
I see people making mistakes. I'm like, you know what you're doing? Then they say you're crazy. I'm like, okay, I was a brother who I'm that angel who came and whispered in your ear and just disappeared. Don't even quote me, but I was just trying to tell you, be careful. I see these things.
Right.
And I play my part to I don't want to come and preach to the youth in their faces and then they're they get bored. I have a way of talking to people and I'm trying to let them know. I have my own ways of doing it at the same time keeping it respectfully. I don't want to at the same, but I think it's really important that we tackle this because music is it's destroying the youth, to tell you the truth, man. I feel like that.
Right.
After I look at things, I look at it from a different perspective.
Right.
Something needs to be done because all I'm hearing is they just play negative lyrics all the time. You see, you program them that every time, and then after 15 years, they start doing riots, and then they start coming and mugging you in the... You can't really blame them.
Right.
People would say, oh, the parents should take care of this and that. Well, we have phones now.
Right.
These kids are smarter than us.
Right. Absolutely.
They will get anyway. They will hack you, and then they'll be laughing at you. They'll be like, oh, you think... I don't know your passwords. I know everything about you that you don't know. The kids are smart.
Yeah, they're smart.
So don't be naive and say, oh, your parents should. People should not just settle for the alternative truth. You have to go for the truth, not the alternative truth that makes you comfortable and make you sit okay, it makes me sleep at night, but it's not the truth. Yeah. The ultimate truth is not really, it's really ugly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think I'm really passionate about that bit because...
Right.
The music, something needs to be done. I appreciate artists who have good content, by the way. It's not everybody who's bad. But I wish they could also support more good content instead of just promoting the bad content and endorsing it, giving them promotion and everything. You can see them just get, once someone is controversial, he gets all the money, you see.
Yeah.
So where are we going with this? We need to get to the bottom of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which actually brings me to the attention of your group members of K South, right?
Yes.
I've really not heard much about KC, but of course we've managed to share a platform with Bamboo. And when he was coming back to music, he had to relocate from the US. I don't know what's your relationship between Bamboo and KC. Of course, the whole team that is K South, right?
Yeah.
Bamboo is doing gospel music.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a very different version of Abbas. He comes out as a bad boy, energetic, tall and gigantic, all, doing all the magic behind the microphone. But still, I really wanted you to maybe highlight on what is your relationship now between Bamboo and Abbas, to be precise, in terms of the gospel and the secular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep it a beam with you, man. Bamboo just went weird on me, but I tried to reach out to him, but I just leave it at that. So I don't know, maybe he's going through something.
Yeah.
But I would like to tell him I'm here, reach out, you do my number, ingia kwa mtandao, holla, and then, we can hook up somewhere and maybe have a coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coffee. That's powerful, man.
No, I think that message needs to be heard. I think that's your camera here.
Of course, of
If you can look in there and just tell him directly again, to reach out to you.
Yes.
Ndakustua kwa, I'll go and I'll DM you the number that you can reach me on Bamboo. Ama vipi. Siwezi kuja mtani tu nipite. Ama vipi.
That's what's up.
But I already DM. I don't know if you saw it, but since you didn't reply, I'll
Yeah.
coffee.
Wow.
Yes. No, this is
That's a moment right
Yeah,
there.
man.
This is really
So it's all love, though,
Yeah, it's all love, no beef. I mean, they say beefing is good, and again, it depends on what level of beefing. This, for those guys who don't know what beefing is all about, isi nyama. Nyama is meat.
Unnecessary beef is just more
Yes,
cows to
it's-
breed.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
Jones doesn't
choma means
understand.
roasted. right?
Jones doesn't understand. He's
Yeah.
a
No,
vegetarian.
Nyama means meat and
Means
choma
meat.
is roasted. Yeah, so I know that much, right?
but unnecessary beef is
Unnecessary
just more
beef.
cows
Yeah.
to breed.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's more cows to breed. True
That's
say.
right.
I mean, that's what I heard.
Yeah. No, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I also wanted to actually talk to you about, you see, when you guys came out as K South, this was the group. During that time, I think I was in high school or something.
Yes.
And, I went to a day school, all Jamhurian guys, if you're watching this, Maze, green and yellow, what's up?
Jamhuri.
Yeah, exactly.
AQR.
Exactly. AQ. AQ is Aquinas. Okay, that's some other language that guys from old school vibe in Kenyan music catch up with.
Yes.
But guys who are playing, there's this favorite song that I also used to jam to.
Right.
Bado sijapata ndai lakini nitawai walhamdulillah. That song, bro. What inspired you to come up with those lyrics and during that time? Because that song was huge.
Yeah.
I think you even performed it at the Chagola Tiniz.
Yeah.
And
jump from the roof. And I was hanging in the sky,
you
in
know,
the middle of the stage,
So-
hanging from a rope.
Whoa.
Yes, dangling, man. It was all crazy. And I think I was the chairman for entertainment back in the day in my high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, if these guys can do this, well, I used to rap as well, and I used to sing, but in the shower. After I'm done showering, the lyrics are just gone. You
Everything
get
goes away with the water.
Exactly. So, bro, what was driving you? Like, what force was driving you then to, do that type of music? And now, we're here just trying to tell the younger generation, like, yo, let's walk this direction.
Right.